Hello everyone. I have done everything I can. Unfortunately, this is just going to be like a louder-esque video, and if anything, I hope that it encapsulates my accommodation and the Rio vibe of where I live, because I live on Nossa Senhora de Copacabana, and it's always like this. It's always this loud. So I'm sorry if you were looking for a more chill video. I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about where I'm at. This has kind of been like a reoccurring feeling for the last like week or two. It's also, I have some mini reflections, I guess, to make of my first month and a half of Brazil or so. And I wrote an entry, and then my safari canceled, and then I lost my entry. So I'm gonna talk in this video a little bit today. I don't want to be like negative or anything. Like, I don't really have a lot of negative things, so to speak. I think it's just me overthinking per usual. And don't you worry, yes, I'm going to therapy while I'm here, obviously, like I did in Argentina, because that helped me out a lot. And I have an appointment this week. So before you're like, Charlie, call your therapist, I already did. But there's some things I wanted to come on here and just be like real about, because not every day of study abroad is perfect. Not every day of travel is perfect. And with that being said, welcome to Travel with Sunny Brown 14. There's a few things I wanted to talk about today because I've been kind of feeling really out of it. I've had no routine in the last, this is week 6, I think, of me being here, maybe week 7. And there's a lot of like structure that I think I've been lacking in my life here, which is to be expected. And because this is a longer exchange, I technically have more time to figure these things out and to do these things, but it feels weird to not be kind of coming into these things quicker or sooner. So yeah, there's a few things I'm gonna do today to kind of get me on track a little bit, because status update, class for me starts tomorrow. I have 2 classes tomorrow. I have to go back and switch a couple things in my schedule on Friday, so I'm gonna go to my Portuguese for foreigners class. I feel fine about that one. And then I have an actual Portuguese class, which I'm very nervous about. Not sure how that's gonna go. And then a Brazilian history class that I have to add back to my schedule. But there's some things I wanted to do in lieu of feeling ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of when we're gonna get the creation of my routine started. Because I mean, this last month and a half, it was carnival, this intensive course, and me being sick, like honestly 40% of the time, which sucked, but that was the reality of the situation. So okay, the first thing I would like to do is reorganize my little shelving situation, because we don't have a lot of like bathroom storage, so a lot of things that would go in the bathroom have to be in my room with me. And it's awesome. Like, I love my room here. It's awesome. But I feel like it's cluttered, and because I took my braids out, I have all my hair products, I have my skin stuff, and it's like, I would like to kind of just consolidate it into like one spot. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do today. Another thing I want to do is just unpack this bag on the floor, because there it is, because I was initially planning on going to Brasilia for the weekend and then canceled my trip. So I would like to unpack this bag and also change my sheets, because I have clean sheets, things like that. I feel like that stuff, that's like an instant reset for me. That's an instant like, okay, I feel better about things. So we're kind of tidying up my space a little bit. And another thing I want to do is do some journaling, but also some list making and a little bit of research. Those things include making a like 3-week long workout regimen, at least for the rest of this month, because I have not worked out. I think the last day I worked out was literally January 25th. So I've taken some time off, and honestly for the better, because I've been on and off sick. And I'm hoping that with classes and things kind of coming together a little bit more, I will have more time to work out. And Rio's a great city to work out. Like, I mean, it's such a big part of the culture of this city. So I want to go on runs, and there's a really cool outdoor gym that's a good, maybe 15-minute walk from here. So I would like to make a list of some workouts that I want to do, but I want to go into it with the approach of like, this is a workout I do if I'm feeling this way, or if I have limited time, or things like that. I think that adding that back into my life is going to do immense things for my energy levels, for my mental health, etc. So that's also on my list. Another thing I want to do is find some basic recipes, because something that I've really struggled with in Brazil is diet. Not necessarily with being pescatarian, mainly with eating enough food. It's really hard to be full here, because you're sweating, you're constantly walking around, they eat smaller portions. This is also the first time in my life I'm ever like cooking my own food, and I don't have like a dining hall or, you know, an accommodation that provides dinner for me. So that's a big change within itself. So like grocery shopping, and like finding recipes that will, you know, make sure I'm eating enough food, and that will also kind of help with my workouts and my energy levels as well. And that was something I was really nervous about going into this experience, was how do I manage my energy levels coming off of another study abroad experience that has been probably my biggest challenge so far, hence why I think I've gotten sick several times, hence why I am needing to rest a lot more in between like going out and like social things and class and whatnot. So I think getting my diet in order, and I'm not talking about like going on a diet, I literally mean like I need to just find recipes with like protein and veggies and things like that that will kind of get me through the day. And also some things that are not super labor intensive, because I don't have a lot of time at the end of the day usually. And that's also like another obstacle that I'm trying to navigate while I'm here. Another thing that I think is kind of funny and ironic, that's a new challenge, is having time to do things that I enjoy. And that was something that I was anticipating, and that was something that I was so excited about coming here. And now that it's, you know, I'm about to face this, I'm like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And I kind of find myself comparing, like, for example, my class schedule to some of my peers. I, as of right now, only have class 2 times a week, which means I have 4-day weekends. And if all goes wrong when I fix my schedule this Friday, I would only have classes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So even then, I would still have 4-day weekends. Great time to travel, great time to do things like that. But I'm not going to be traveling every single weekend. Maybe I will, but I don't really know. And so I've been kind of feeling uncomfortable being out of my like hustle, go lifestyle that I have kind of assimilated into in the last like 5 years or so, especially at Richmond. And so it's funny not being in that kind of a routine here. And having that openness feels super foreign to me. I'm kind of feeling some culture shock about it, to be honest. And there's a lot of things that I like to do in my free time. Like, I'm excited that I'll have more time to read for leisure. And I've also kind of thought about getting back into writing a little bit. Like my fantasy, like dystopian writing phase. Because, you know, I have ideas. Kind of getting back into that a little bit would be kind of fun. Also just like having workout time, having social time, and also doing things around the city. That was another thing on my list that I wanted to do, which is write down a list of things that I want to do in Rio at some point. Like go to Barra de Tijuca. No, wait, that's the neighborhood. I meant going to Tijuca Forest, like going there. I'm gonna go to Christ, but I'm gonna go to Christ with people that come visit me. So I'll do that with other people, but like finding cafes to go to, art museums. There's a really cool art exhibit here right now that I really want to go see. Solo beach trips. I've not gone to the beach by myself yet. That's something that I would like to do. So I'm gonna make a list of things that I want to do in Rio to kind of not even pass the time, but like make the most of my time. I want to emphasize that, not pass the time, but make the most of my time. That's really important to me. And also travel blogging. I think that's another thing I want to do with my free time here. That was something that I was lacking in Argentina because I was always so exhausted and constantly just doing school, travel for school the whole time. So yeah. And practice Portuguese because I've kind of been off my language learning game, in my opinion. But I think that's just because it's been Carnival and there's literally been zero structure, zero responsibility for the last like 2 weeks. Literally for the last 2 weeks. I know I've talked about a lot of things in this video, but that's where I'm at. That's my status update. And we're adjusting. We are 6 weeks deep into this experience. We got 4 months to go, I think. Maybe even, 4 months. We got 4 months to go. And yeah, this is just some raw feelings, raw reflections, raw challenges, some fresh challenges, so to speak, that I am definitely starting to experience, have been experiencing. And I'm really hoping that this month we can kind of address some of these things head on, starting today. Today I'm kind of using as a productive like admin day. I'm gonna get some music going. I'm gonna start my list making and some journaling. And I feel like once we kind of get that base going, I will start to feel better and I will start to feel ready for class and for what my weeks are gonna look like, what my day-to-day is gonna look like here, because I haven't really had a day-to-day here. I mean, my day-to-day was wake up and figure it the fuck out, but we're not doing that anymore. We gotta go back to student mode. This is semester 6, all right? Semester 6. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching. I hope this video gives some insight into, you know, what like being in your head can look like and what being uncomfortable looks like, and what uncertainty can look like. It's uncertainty in the moment. It can look like when you're traveling, when you're living abroad, studying abroad, etc. All of those things. That's what travel with Studying Abroad 14 is all about, okay, is capturing these moments. And I really wanted to sit here and talk about that and kind of reset myself, catch everybody up a little bit. And I hope I did all of those things today for you. So anyway, we'll talk soon and look out for some more posts, some more things on the travel blog, written things. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Ciao.